You guys ever heard of the turducken? The turkey and the duck. I've
seen it.
I've never seen it.
What's up with that? Why do they do this?
You said a turkey
and then there's a duck inside of the turkey, and then there's a chicken inside of the duck. And I've never tried it. It sounds like an abomination to me.
Some Frankenstein shit. But people say it's fire. You get a little bit of each meat. I don't know why you just don't cook all three separately and then, get little pieces, but
how do you get it inside of it?
That's what I don't understand.
A lot of butter and a lot of patience.
You know what I mean? Well, for our next topic, it is seasonal. And we all kind of, this is my favorite holiday of the year. I'm a big man do
Black
big
Friday.
man things. No, it's not. It's Thanksgiving. Then Black Friday. Black Friday, Thanksgiving, man, you fucked me up out there. You see what you did there? Thanksgiving, man. It's literally next week, couple days. Do you guys do anything special? Is this like a family ritual you do? You cook your turkey a certain way? Are you doing anything? Are you going out anywhere this year and stuff? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? And what's your rituals and the do's and the don'ts when it comes to selecting stuff?
So, I'm a new family man, you know what I'm saying? So, we started off last year, first time doing an American Thanksgiving, right? Because Dominican people, we just use it as an excuse to get together, play some music, have some drinks. We cook up like a big ass pig. You know what I mean? We don't even be eating turkey. Like my dad eats turkey. Like that's about it. But last year I made a turkey. She was delicious. I feel like I made it right. I feel like most people make it wrong. Okay. Dry brine your turkey, people.
Yes.
Defrost that shit in the fridge, salt the shit out of it, and then let it just sit in your fridge for a couple days. Let that salt get in there, diffuse, get ingrained into the fibers of the meat. Then the meat's gonna dry. The skin's gonna dry out a little bit, which actually makes it juicier. It's gonna be nice, crispy skin, all that shit. Dry brine your turkey, people. That's all I gotta say about that.
See, I do mine different. I do the wet brine, so I do like a pickle juice brine usually. Like
the pickle juice vodka brine.
Nah, not the pickle juice vodka. I'm not making a vodka turkey that's gonna get you fucked up mid Thanksgiving meal. But a pickle juice brine. And then, man, you got to butter the shit out of that turkey whenever you're cooking it, too. You got to rub that butter everywhere, every crevice of that turkey.
That butter, baby. That butter.
I forgot all about that. I dry brined it, and then I put a whole stick of butter. I rubbed it on the whole skin. Just rubbed it all in there.
Yep.
And then I threw it in the oven for mad hours. But it was fire.
You remember in Don't Be a Menace in the hood while drinking juice, she takes out the government cheese. She starts burning it over his chest.
Yeah.
The hell brought that to mind?
Because she pulls out a whole stick, like a stick of cheese.
Shit.
It's supposed to be like a sexy scene, people whip out the candles and shit like that. But she's so, we so broke in the hood, she whipped out the fucking block of cheese they used to get. You have to cut your own slices in the hood, all right, Mateo? It's like, you want a little charcuterie? You got to cut it yourself. You want a sandwich? You got to cut it yourself. If you want to have a nice sexual moment with the melted cheese, you got to pull out the block of cheese and melt it on you, motherfucker. Your man, your woman, whatever. You want to drop them little cheese curds right in that booty hole right there. You got to melt it just like that. All right? So I know what you're talking about.
So I fell into this weird YouTube hole this week, by the way, where I was watching like these 18th century cooking videos. This dude dresses up like an American soldier in like the Revolution, and he covers these recipes and shit. It's fucking wild.
Does he have a Thanksgiving recipe?
Well, he had this recipe that I wanted to try, kind of. Like, it's a recipe, like, it was made for, like, getting rid of, like, old bread, basically. So, like, you get, like, a stale loaf of bread and you just, like, crumb it up. You just chop the shit out and make, like, breadcrumbs. And then you boil that in water. And then you, once it's boiled, you grate in, like, an entire, like, block of cheese. And then you just mix all that together. You put a little salt and pepper in there. And you got, like, a cheese stew, basically. It looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked all right.
All right. Yeah, I forgot. You said that, and I'm like, man, that sounds poor. That sounds real gross. And then I replayed. Mattel's like, yeah, I really want to try this. So I need to see this because this just sounds disgusting.
That shit
I don't even want to look at
disgusting.
this.
I can already picture it. That shit looks disgusting. Just off of what I'm picturing in my head.
I picture like the I guess like the boiling like the breadcrumbs basically is almost like making like a poor man's like roux basically.
Right.
It's
It's like
bread.
oatmeal or porridge or something like that.
It's just disgusting out there.
Just
You
make
like
a little like a carby starchy base for like your cheese. Makes sense to me.
You like
It sounds gross.
You like pickle dick vodka. You like this bread wet dick. That's some nasty shit you're liking out there. I'm not gonna lie to you,
He
bro.
wants pickled dick turkey too. Don't forget that.
Back
I'm a
to
man
the-
of low taste and high taste, Tony.
Yeah, right. It's all low to me right now. But yeah, like back to the turkey talk. You guys ever heard of the turducken? The turkey
I've
and the
seen
duck.
it.
I've
Yeah,
never
chicken,
seen
right?
it.
What's up with that? Why do they do this?
You
It's
said
a turkey
in a
and
duck?
then there's a duck inside of the turkey, and then there's a chicken inside of the duck. I've never
No,
tried it. It sounds
really?
like an abomination to me.
Some
Sounds
Frankenstein shit.
disgusting.
But people say it's fire. You get a little bit of each meat. I don't know why you just don't cook all three separately and then, get little pieces, but they
How
just
do you get it inside of it?
That's
lot
what
of-
I don't understand.
A lot of butter and a lot of patience
know what I mean?
In the anus? What do you mean inside?
in the cavity.
Well, in the
just-
cavity. When you do a turkey, you put stuffing in the turkey,
Don't
right?
stuff. No, you're doing it wrong if you stuff your turkey.
I'm just
I know
saying people do that.
We always grew
people
up
do
like
do
doing that. I think my grandparents would do that shit, but I hated it. You just get like mushy, gross, like stuffing.
Like that bread shit you was just talking about. That's the
Yeah,
shit
but you
you're
don't
gonna
have
get
any
out
cheese
of
in there.
No cheese. though.
Oh, that's the difference. The cheese is the make or break right now.
You know what, Tony? I'm gonna fill my turkey up with stuffing and cheese this year. Let's see what happens.
Base that shit in that Dicklebick vodka bullshit.
The Dicklebick.
Dicklebick, that's what
know?
I'm calling it.
Tony's English is leaving him.
This shit is the turducken, nigga. This shit got me all the way fucked.
So the reason you don't stuff your turkey, people, lesson 2, don't stuff your fucking turkey, okay? Because it doesn't cook evenly. You got this big block that's blocking the air going into the turkey. So it cooks from the outside to the inside. By the time the inside is cooked, the outside's completely overcooked. That's why everybody hates turkey, because the assholes stuff it and they get dry ass turkey breast. Nothing's worse than a dry breast.
Have
I want
y'all-
wet tits around here, okay?
Facts.
Major key.
Major
So yeah,
keys.
if you stuff it with a duck and stuff it with a chicken, by the time the chicken is cooked, that turkey got to be disgusting. I can't imagine how this gets cooked. I got to see this with my own eye. This,
Y'all
sounds,
ever
this sounds
tried
horrible.
a deep fried turkey?
No, but fried everything is good.
That
Just
shit
about.
is fire. I've never done it, but I've tasted it. Shit's fire.
That's what I wanted to try because everybody says deep frying a turkey is juicy.
But you got to be careful. You'll get
It's oily. Of course, it's juicy.
yeah. You got to be careful. A lot of dicks put a frozen shit in that fryer, and it just
That's one of my favorite things to see is
Every
idiots
year.
putting big blocks of like frozen or wet shit into like a deep fryer, and the shit just starts like exploding because of all the water.
yeah. That shit's funny.
You know, talking about dangerous like holiday shit, you know, back in the day, they used to put like straight up candles into like their Christmas trees, and they would have them lit instead, because this was before Christmas lights existed. So they just have like lit candles in their Christmas trees. Then people would be all surprised and their fucking house would burn down because the tree caught on fire.
And their house is all wood too. That's the funny part about it. Fucking
The
dicks.
sad part about it, it's not funny.
Shit is dicks. But rituals. You guys got any special rituals though? I know you. Matter of fact, that's a good question though. Used to be in the Jehovah. Do you guys ever celebrate? You don't celebrate Thanksgiving, right? You never had, right?
Dude, I didn't celebrate my own birthday till I was like 16.
But have you recently you done Thanksgiving though, right? Or
Yeah.
and do you have any rituals now that you do? I mean, I don't know if your family does anything. Do you guys get together or anything like that?
My ritual is usually to go over to my aunt's house. She makes probably some of the best food for Christmas that I've ever eaten. If she cooks up a turkey, the turkey. If she cooks up pernil, the pernil. She makes some of the best flan in the world, in my opinion.
A flan?
Flan, nigga. Flan. Respect it. These
Flan.
Dominicans know
Shit is
nothing about great
disgusting.
quality
Flan.
taste of body.
Yeah,
Flan.
I'm sorry.
Flan is good as hell.
Facts.
I think you've
Who the
tried.
fuck wants to eat a wet ass cake? That shit is
You want
dripping.
wet titties, nigga? What do you mean? You just went from wet
Different.
titties to different word.
Different.
To succulent
I like wet
Chinese meal.
cereal. I like wet cereal. I don't like wet bread. I don't like wet cake. Wet breasts?
What about a good tres leches?
That's just
too wet.
good
That's
too.
too wet.
dripping.
That's way too wet.
I like it.
Too sweet.
No.
What about
Also-
a strawberry shortcake? That's another wet
don't
cake,
like
but
strawberry
that cake is
shortcake.
fire.
I like the
actually never
chocolate
tasted it, so-
eclairs.
Eclairs.
I don't like eclairs.
That shit-
my
What
What about
body
a
look
what about a
good. Don't know
tiramisu?
about that.
A what?
A tiramisu?
Tiramisu.
A tiramisu.
What's a tiramisu? He's saying tiramisu?
Yeah, he's reading
Yeah.
like Tony. You hear this guy?
No, bitch. I don't read like that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, earlier today, Tony saw the word Samson. He's like, Samson. I'm like, Samsung? Like Samsung? Like the TV? He's like, no, Sam S-O. I'm like, Samson? You
I said
the-
Samsung.
What's your guys' favorite sides? Because potato
Oh.
salad is my favorite side. My aunt makes
Potato salad.
the best potato salad I've ever eaten.
Hold on. What do you put in the potato salad?
She doesn't want to let me know her
Word.
recipe because she says we'll never go back if
Yeah,
she does.
not the
Is it,
recipe.
is
like,
it yellow or is it white?
It's white.
Okay, so it's not the mustard potato salad.
Yeah, if you said yellow, my nigga, you would have lost all credibility on sides. I mean, you.
I'll fuck around with some mustard potato salad. Honestly, like
Ew.
Yeah, I fucks around.
I think with barbecue food, that little bit of like that sour, that like
Yes.
that whatever that vinegary that the mustard brings, I think it goes with barbecue. I think with other things, yeah, you go with the white potato salad. Although for me, potato salad would be so weird at Thanksgiving. I think that Thanksgiving is mashed potatoes. I think it's
mac
mashed
and
potatoes
cheese.
or like roasted potatoes.
Mac and
I
cheese.
don't think potato salad.
Nah, I feel you. It's that we're Caribbean, right? So we cooking pigs out here. We ain't really cooking. We don't have a Thanksgiving. It's an excuse for a feast. That's it.
Mac and cheese. That's it.
That's it. That's all you eat. Mac and cheese.
No, mac and
Just
cheese is like
Not
the
even
number
baked
one.
mac and cheese. Not even a specific
Any type of mac and cheese. Most,
he-
most, most
You make
like,
it inside of the chicken. Like you put the turkey and then the duck, then the chicken, then you make the mac and cheese inside the chicken.
I wish the audio listeners could see my face in pure disgust right now. I should have discussed what this man is saying. But no, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and gravy is my two go-tos, right? Anything else, I'm gonna be happy if I like it.
I'm gonna share a controversial opinion here.
Oh.
If you come to my house and you bring like roasted sweet potatoes or like a sweet potato pie, you can just leave.
Facts.
I don't want that shit in my house.
Facts.
That's a fact.
That's a
I
fact.
find sweet potatoes kind of offensive.
There's a stew that I make that uses like sweet potatoes, and I like that shit. That's the only form of sweet potatoes I like. Sweet potato fries, get out of here.
People
Sweet potato
act
pie,
like
out of here.
People act like sweet potato fries are a good replacement for French fries. Like you're trying to be healthy, respectable. Like
Don't bring
if
that to
it's
me.
true, whatever. But don't fuck around and make believe like you're replacing the potato fry. It ain't fucking happening. It's been here since the Great Potato Famine of 18 whatever the fuck. It's gonna be here forever. People like French fries with potato, not no sweet potato.
And
Y'all
They're
don't
gonna
like
be ready to
candied.
protect
Y'all don't like
sweet potato.
candied yams. I like
fuck
get the
yams.
fuck out.
outta
Get this
here.
man the fuck out of here, son.
Fucking
Yams?
You like yams in a can. Get out of here.
Yo, yams
Yo.
are delicious.
Get the fuck out of here, though. Leave the vicinity. Leave. Go.
For the people listening, Doy walked away. He came back with an even more controversial opinion.
Oh man, he just turned off his mic and his camera. I think he's done. I think he
He's
just quit.
gone. We need a replacement for this yam ass dude. Nah, it's all
Came
joke.
in
He's
with
here.
the yam protections.
Hey, I got an idea for the next time that we're all together. What do y'all say that we do a 16-hour party for Doey to make up for all his birthday parties? But here's the trick though. Every hour we celebrate a different birthday that he never got growing up. So the first hour, you get him gifts that would be appropriate for like a 1-year-old
Oh,
toad.
come on.
He's gonna sit in like a little
fucks with
bassinet
that.
the whole time because he can't walk.
And his
yet.
diapers.
So we all get to drink and dance and have fun, and then Doy's just gonna be in a little bassinet.
All right,
Doy's
that's
gonna
not
be bored
fun.
until he's like 7 years old and he gets a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
That's when it starts getting lit.
Hey, listen, I had a SNES at like 4 or 5. Okay, so
okay.
we can start with the gaming consoles as soon as I turn 4.
But nah, other than the mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, there's no other real size you need to me.
I'll do some green beans.
See, there you go. You lost me at that. That's where you lost me.
Thanksgiving is all about the sides for me.
No. There is nothing. If you don't have the main thing, turkey or ham.
Arroz con gandules.
Ham.
Yo, Pucho, my uncle Nev, friend of the pod, family of the pod.
Ham is pretty good.
This man goes spends $80 on a fucking ham. $80 on a ham, honey baked ham, because he doesn't eat turkey. He doesn't come to Thanksgiving without his ham. Every year, same shit.
I think we need to make Bucho a ham. We need to make Bucho a ham, and it's going to be a good one. You're going to put those pineapples on top, right? Because that gives you that nice, like, sweet with the ham.
That's fine.
And we're going to serve it on a flatbread
Or a little
with
bit
like
of
maybe
cinnamon.
some kind of like tomato reduction. Then the ham, maybe some cheese on top. We're just going to make them a Hawaiian pizza.
That sounds so fire.
Dude, I don't know why ham is so nasty to me. I don't like it.
It's not, but it's not. It's something you need at Thanksgiving.
No, I don't want it at Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving form of ham is the worst form.
Well,
That massive fucking block, that shit is the most unappealing shit ever. That you're taking slices. You're basically eating a cold cut at Thanksgiving.
Okay,
I don't really fucks with it, but
I got a
still.
question. What is the best leftover Thanksgiving food?
Oh,
Because for me, it's the ham. It's 100%
it's
the
not.
ham.
Arroz con gandules with the potato salad with
nah,
some
my nigga.
turkey.
The bread.
With some pernil.
Bread.
The bread. Check me out. Check my suave out.
The bread?
If you got good bread left over, you're making mad sandwiches. Turkey sandwiches loaded with mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, smacked with a bread. Then you smack it on top of that. You're making a triple-decker turkey burger, my nigga, with mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. And then you drizzle that shit with gravy. And then you add the arroz con gandules, whatever, next to the side. Yo, it's a wrap.
And then
Right.
2 days later, you can like chop it up. You can turn it into crumbs. You can boil it with some water. Put an entire block of cheese in there.
You need good bread, my G. You need good bread to make the sandwiches next day.
Tony just said, what's the best Thanksgiving leftover? The whole thing. That way I can make a big Thanksgiving sandwich. He started the bread. The bread.
The bread lures you in.
Just start with good country white sliced bread so that I could put turkey, gravy, mac and cheese, potato salad. It's like, bitch, you're quoting the whole Thanksgiving dinner. Like,
You need a good bread to make a sandwich. You
Tony's
know I'm
always-
the sandwich master, bro.
Tony's over here making a Scooby-Doo style sandwich.
I mean, I'm with Tony. I love Thanksgiving sandwiches, but you can't say that's the best leftover.
That's
It's a
how you
Thanksgiving
lure it.
sandwich.
Ooh, cranberry sauce or no cranberry sauce? And canned cranberry or like actual like homemade cranberry sauce?
What's the
Dude,
cranberry
we ain't
for?
Americans. I've never tasted cranberry sauce in my entire life.
No, don't hit me with that bullshit. What's cranberry sauce for?
It's for the turkey. Man, that little sweet mixed with the
Get
turkey.
the fuck out
shit
of
is
here.
So
Yeah.
good, dude.
Put that cranberry shit on my plate. I'm throwing a plate at you and making a whole new plate, my G.
Oh,
Don't
you got to
put no
try it, dude. Little
I've
stuffing,
never-
little cranberry, little turkey. So
I'd rather
good.
Never
have
tried
those
that.
yams. Pause. I'd rather eat all the yams on the thing before cranberry. I never had yams, so that's just that.
You've never
you're
tasted
gonna-
sweet potato?
This yam slander needs to stop.
A canned yam?
Yeah, that's just nasty. It says that's a wet
They
yam.
don't have to be canned. They can be regular yams.
Why did we
And Red
decide?
Dead Redemption 2, though, you were eating mad candy yams.
Nigga loves yams.
It was like a
Yo, that
man
shit,
yummy.
yo, that's good stuff. What about offal?
What the
is
fuck's
that?
awful?
Salted offal?
What's
I
that?
don't know. It's something that you eat in Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's like
Oh.
it's like the organs. It's like the liver. It's like the kidneys. It's like meats like that, which I fucking love. But I'm an animal. I love liver. I love kidneys. Like,
Nah, I'm good.
give me some
I've
heart.
tried- Oh, no, wait. I'm not eating. You can't, liver and kidney, man, you just gotta. That's like the fucking. That's where the shit gets fucking filtered out of things. You can't eat. That's where those are the worst. They got to be the worst tasting things in any animal. It's where all the shit gets filtered.
Pucho, I'm Mexican. We used to slaughter goats and we would eat the tripas, which is literally where the shit travels through. But you clean that shit out real good, just chop it up, you fry it up. Shit's so good.
My dad likes that shit.
He's talking about mondongo.
For you guys, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying because Doey probably knows it as a different thing.
I know it as mondongo.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
What's your best
fan of it either.
So what's your to go to then, Pooch? Well, the next day, Friday at 10 a.m. What are you wrapping up here? What are you doing? Tell me the step-by-step process of your
10
food.
a.m. Ooh, that means right when I wake up. The thing that I would eat, like, because I don't eat breakfast usually. So what I would do is I'd open the fridge probably to like get a drink of water or something like that, and I'd see the leftover mac, and I'll just take a couple scoops. Cold, yeah, I'm a cold food killer. All right, I'll eat cold chicken, cold turkey, cold mac and cheese. I don't need to microwave this shit.
Cold pizza.
So
with ketchup?
Yeah, I'll take a little scoop of mac and cheese. I got, it's just delicious. Then I'll probably be like, damn, that was so good. I should make a Thanksgiving sandwich. That'd probably be the logic that would go through my mind right there. But
The Thanksgiving sandwich is a move. That's 100% the move. 100%. It just needs everything just mixed together.
And you don't even need because look, the mac and cheese is the cheese, the turkey, the meat, the gravy is like, you know what you would put like your mayo, your mustard, right? It's the sauce, right? It's the vehicle. It's gonna allow this shit to travel. You need lubricant, people. You can't just take hard, thick objects into orifice. Like you need a vehicle. That's the gravy. The gravy's getting that thing in your throat, okay?
The gravy is the butter in the turducken when you're jamming it into the other cavity.
That's a beast.
I've never made a Thanksgiving sandwich the next day. I've always just put another plate. And
You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You haven't lived. No,
I
he
think
hasn't
the Thanksgiving
lived.
plate is banging too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
for the
really all we're
afternoon.
doing. We're just shoving it between two pieces of bread.
That's for the afternoon. You do a plate in the afternoon, and that early morning first grab, while everything is there, you grab the best pieces of breast. You slap it on that bread, that wet breast, juicy breast, and then boom, the mac and cheese with the sauce, the gravy. That's what I'm talking about.
Would it be good if you did like an over medium egg or something and toss that shit into that breakfast Thanksgiving sandwich too?
Nah, I don't.
I'd give it a try.
That's at that point. That's too much work. I just want to make a quick. It's 10 a.m. I want to make it quick. I ain't trying to do that. What is that? A hangover turkey?
Hangover?
Who's not hungover the day after Thanksgiving?
I don't really get hungover.
Yeah.
We do lots of red wine. That's my Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving has lots of red wine in it.
That sounds preposterous. Like wine fills the shit out of you. Like, 'cause I couldn't even imagine trying to chase fucking Thanksgiving dinner with glasses of wine. It's like you must be bloated as shit by the end of the night.
He has to take
there's
a
a
mid
nap.
shit. Oh,
There's a nap. There's a nap that happens. There's definitely like, you got to do your little bathroom visit.
So other than the main dishes and side dishes, let's talk about dessert. And I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. If you don't got pumpkin pie on that table, you fucking trash, my nigga. Trash. But
I don't even like pumpkin pie, but it is you have to have pumpkin pie at the table.
You don't like pumpkin pie?
Not a big fan of pumpkin pie. I don't like that custardy like.
No, you don't need a crust. Fuck that crust. I don't even eat the crust on my pumpkin pie.
He didn't say crust. He said custard.
He heard crustedy.
Crusted.
I heard crust, and I'm like, fuck that crust. That's how much hate I have for that crust. I want no crust.
I'm from Texas. You gotta have some pecan pie there. It's required. Some pecan pie with like a scoop of like ice cream. Shit's so good.
I hate people when they be like, "Oh, I'd rather have a apple pie than pumpkin pie." Look at you like fucking peon. Apple pie. Fuck's one of apple
things.
pie?
I'm messing around
First
with some
off,
apple pie.
I just recently started eating pecans or pecans. They're good. They're yummy. There's a cereal. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it was like these pecan cereals. Yo, the shit is disgusting. It was the worst thing I've ever eaten as a kid. It was nasty as shit. It ruined pecans for my whole life. I just started liking these things like the other day. Like, So a little pecan pie. Maybe I'm willing to try one. You know what I mean? A couple years ago, I probably would have just. Let me not say what I would have done, you Mateo, because we're friends. Okay.
I will say, my grandma used to make some really good pecan pie, and then she got a little lazy, and you know, like you got to really clean the shells out of the pecans. She kind of slacked off a little bit on that, so you'd get some like shell in your bites of that pecan pie. It ruined the experience,
dude. Talk about shell in your bite. I might have like PTSD from this experience. The other day, I ordered some fried rice from the Chinese restaurant, and I'm just eating, enjoying that shit. I go and take a bite, and I feel a crunch, and I'm like, oh my God, there's eggshells in my fried rice. Bro, I've picked out an eggshell like that fucking big. And like I said, after that, every bite, I was like inspecting the rice. Like I was so pissed. It was one of the worst days of my life. Easily. Fucking eggshell on my fried rice. But that was my comment about the pecans. The second comment was, my wife likes pumpkin pie and shit, so you know I'll have it. I'm not a dessert guy. I don't eat fucking desserts. I'm not. That shit, all them sweets. You already know how I feel, all right? Some people mad at me. It might be controversial. Ice cream's for kids, all right? You eat an ice cream, you're a little child, all right? A little baby, all right? You need all these little sweets. You want your Halloween candy. You're a little kid, all right? That's all I'm going to say, all right? I eat my Thanksgiving meal, and when everybody gets dessert, I get seconds, all right? I don't need that sweet shit.
That's wild.
Tony's on third by that point.
This is the same from the man who said stuff about flan earlier that I didn't agree with.
Thank you.
So this is why I don't take his criticisms about sweets. Bro. Listen, I am the sweets master. Okay.
All right. I got PTSD from flan. Okay.
What's your PTSD from flan?
Yo, when I was a little kid, 2nd grade, we had a potluck in Miss Vance's class. Okay. And my mom made me take a flan. I don't like flan, so I was already pissed. She made a flan. People love flan. Shit's wet. I took this flan to the school, and people didn't want to eat my flan, okay? I felt bad, and I didn't like flan, so I understood why they didn't want it. So then I ate flan because my little kid brain was like, I need to justify this shit that I brought. I didn't like it. It wasn't good. Okay. It was actually probably a really good flan, but I don't like wet cake. I don't like cake. No,
it's not really a cake.
I've got an idea for flan. I've got an idea. I don't know if it's going to take it up to the next level or not, but here's my thought. You know, like the creme brulee, right? They put the sugar on top. They blowtorch it. What if you did that with flan? What if you made like a flan brulee?
It'd be better because there'll be like
a little bit of crunch.
Flan is just a mush. Mm-hmm. Right, so having that hard, like that hard sugar crust, right? Like it would give texture to your bite. I mean, it'll make it way better. I think.
That might be fire. You're right.
I want to try this. This is a random thought I had. I think I'm going to make this happen.
It's the caramel that they drizzle on the flan that is really good, like a coffee espresso caramel. That's really good.
Sugary as fuck. If you're a diabetic, avoid flan. That shit.
Oh my God,
fuck you up.
Flan with a nice fresh coffee though. Yes. Shit's good.
I don't fuck with coffee, but I'll take a hot cocoa.
Oh man, I love coffee so much.
Talking about a little tangent. I had a hot
tangent first. If you're diabetic, call your Republican congressman. Okay, they're trying to raise. All right, they're trying to raise they're trying to remove the cap on the diabetes medicine. So, you know, if you're diabetic, hit them up. You know, if you like the Republicans and shit, give your guy a call because they're trying to screw you over. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like the Republicans, you should still call them because they're your congressman anyway. But, you know, maybe you should switch sides, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Tangent number 2, I guess. I went to a breakfast spot with Pucho and Everett and my wife. Ordered a hot cocoa. These dudes looked at me like if I was crazy. That hot cocoa got to my table with whipped cream on it. My boy E grabbed one himself. Pucho looks at me and determines to say, how the fuck do you eat that? Or how do you drink that? It? Because the whipped cream is sitting this much on top of where you actually get to the chocolate. Bite it, take a good chunk, and you slowly tilt back, let that cold whip hit your lip, and then that hot hits your tongue. It's fucking crazy, right? Sit back, you put it back down, you got all this white shit around your lip. and then you just hit it with the lick like that real quick. And once you do that, it's like a flavor of explosions just happen afterwards, right? We just succulent chocolate
An
milk.
explosion of flavors.
It's bro,
With all
I
that
can't
white,
explain it.
all that white around his lip.
All that white. It's fantastic. People want to shit on hot cocoa whipped cream, like Pucho. And honestly, not from this point on, I can never take Pucho's advice on anything side
That has
desserts.
sugar in
So,
it.
Yeah,
that
Cakes,
has
ice
sugar in
cream.
it. Yeah.
I'm with Doughboy on this. When it comes to him trying to debate anything sweet, he's not even in the topic.
Two things. One, I never said I don't like hot cocoa. Okay, I just didn't want one, and I was wondering how the fuck do you drink it? Because the fucking mug ended like here, and then there was like that much fucking whipped cream. So Tony's saying he took a bite off, blah blah blah. This dude had fucking whipped cream on his eyeballs. The shit was insane. I'm like, how do you fucking drink this shit? So
Lies.
A, and then two, I got a little PTSD with hot cocoa, all right? One winter, it was so fucking cold in New York City. My mother made me hot cocoa for breakfast in the morning just so I could warm up a little bit. It was too hot. It destroyed my tongue, okay? Fuck hot cocoa. The shit never cools down. It doesn't matter how long it's sitting. Your first
very
sip will
thick.
burn your tongue. It will burn your tongue.
you
You,
gotta-
have to accept tongue burn if you're making homemade hot cocoa.
You
That's
got
it.
you
Fuck
know
that
what's
shit.
crazy? How I drink hot cocoa and when it's hot and it doesn't burn my tongue is because of all the years of experience with Hot Pockets. That explosion of cheese that burns you, it's ridiculous. It numbs your tongue to hot shit. It does.
It makes sense. You said you love the explosion of flavor between the
Oh,
cold whip
shit.
and the
Here we
hot
go.
cocoa. You get the same thing with a hot pocket. You get that explosion of hot melted cheese with the cold frozen center. That's still, no matter how many times you microwave this damn thing. Checks out.
Hey, so next time we're in New York, I know this isn't like straight up hot cocoa, but we got to go to the Dead Rabbit because the
down.
last time we went there, we got their Irish coffee, and they have the best Irish coffee that I've ever had in my life. It's got that scalding hot coffee with this like ring of whipped cream at top that is basically ice cream, and they mix together perfectly and give you that perfect sip every single time. They can plop that down, and you can take a sip immediately. You don't even have to wait for that shit to cool off at all.
Let me ask you this.
I didn't
right?
try that then.
Or not even ask you. Let me tell you this. I want to give a big shout out to a friend, Kiara. She made this cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake. Phenomenal. Fucking fantastic. First time she ever made it. She sold it to a couple of us. I just ordered 2 pies of that shit for Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, boys. I love cheesecake only in pumpkin or chocolate flavor. Ask Emily. We go to the Cheesecake Factory during the like October, September, fall season just to get this pumpkin cheesecake that they make. It's fantastic. This shit tops it. Tops it by like a miles. I don't know what she did or what she put in it. Fucking grade A shit. The best. Just wanted to give a shout out to her. Some way, I'm going to put her business card on here and get her some business. But if you're in the area in Lake Worth or Palm Beach, she got some fire ass cheesecake. Y'all boys need to try it out.
Does she have a business or is this a home?
She does it her own home thing. But
Okay, nice.
maybe she gets a business off of this and one
You
up
might have
get
to
some
plug her
shares. You
in.
know what I mean?
Plug her page in or something.
Unless I make her sign a contract to the One Up Pod. Yeah, she's giving me half the business. Our 360 deals out here. Corrupt shit. Not just too much for y'all.
You know what's sad about the restaurants in New York? You don't know which one is still here because of COVID.
The fuck does that mean?
A bunch of restaurants closed down in New York because during COVID and shit like that.
Oh, you saying the Dark
And
Rabbit might
after
not be there?
yeah, the
Dead
shit might not
Rabbit.
even be there because
Rabbit.
of how terrible fucking COVID was to restaurants.
Is that
Hopefully-
like a Gangs of New York themed place? Is that what
Yeah,
that-
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
they're located at like their old like headquarters basically, or like their old block that they ran or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like
Cool.
We went down there last time. Doe was supposed to join us. If this might surprise you all, but the man showed up 3 hours late, and Adam and I were already drunk because we went to the bar next door and we're hanging out with our buddy Weronica.
Very nice lady. She hooked us up.
Hopefully
I
she made
enjoyed
it.
myself.
Hopefully she made it to Ireland. She was supposed to be in Ireland last year, slinging drinks.
I played a whole bunch of threes with them, but I gotta be honest, I didn't wake up out the bed that day with very, very hoppy on my feet. I probably woke up on the wrong side of the bed because that was the same day we took the ferry, right? And I was just on the other side of the gates, like
Just
this.
grumpy though.
He started pointing at us. He was pointing it at him. He was like, "This is your fault that we missed this ferry."
Yeah, it was probably a bad day for me.
Interesting. He's late as fuck.
He's fighting with
And then
fucking.
he's like pissed off when when someone makes him late.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Classic dough shit right there. But all right,